Yeah. Board.
He was calling you. Look at that. It just goes on. I think it's. What is that for?
That's exactly what you should have asked.
Well, that's what.
Oh, okay. It's supposed to be there.
It's 7 o'clock, and I'm going to call to order the Town of Trophy Club Town Council meeting. It is February the 26th, 2024, 7 o'clock, and we have a quorum, a very handsome group of people up here representing the Town of Trophy Club. We thank you for being here. And for those who are online, again, I want to welcome you, thank you. It's always fun to go back on YouTube and kind of watch these council meetings, as well as you can pick them up on the wonderful new weekly newsletter that you can access. So I encourage you, if you're not able to do it tonight, to listen so that you can maintain current happenings with Trophy Club and be a part of who we are. I want to also, we'll have the invocation, and then we have a wonderful choir representing the Byron Nelson High School a cappella choir led by John Sacon. And I thought we would just introduce them now before we set up, if that's okay. And we want to say thank you for being here. And I had the privilege of listening to you sing the national anthem at the Veterans Memorial Service at Byron Nelson High School, and it was so impressive. I turned around and I said, I want you to come to the town council one night, and he graciously accepted. And it's also said they would come back. So I'm hoping that the young people are getting extra credit for this evening. Yeah, there you go. Makes it worthwhile, doesn't it? So we're not too old to have forgotten about extra credit. So that's wonderful. We thank you. And would the council like to say anything to the young people? Anybody?
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to reserve judgment till after I hear him.
Wow.
I was in acapella choir.
Oh, okay. And don't think that that's unusual. This is the way his behavior is all the time. So, but anyway, again, we appreciate you. And if you would like to stand, please, and Reverend Eason from the Fellowship United Methodist Church will lead us in prayer.
Let us pray. Almighty, merciful, gracious, and loving God, as we gather now in this place with important work before us, help us to remember that you call us to righteousness and justice. You call us to peace and wholeness. You call us to compassion and mercy. You call us to service and action. You call us to make this community and this world a better place. Bless now all who gather in this place. Bless this town council meeting that lies before us. Bless those who lead us. Bless our first responders who protect and watch over us. To those who lead, grant the patience of cooperation. For discussions encountered here, grant clarity of thought. For decisions made here, grant the courage for truth. Let us be surrounded with your grace as we practice discernment, wisdom, and vision. Keep ever before us the broken places of our life together, places of despair and disappointment, places of pain and injustice, places of neglect and abuse. Remind us that what divides us pales in comparison to what unites us. Remind us of our love for you and our love for our neighbor. Help us keep our vision and our purpose towards the common good of all people, a vision that benefits our children, our grandchildren, and future generations. Set our hearts to beat in rhythm with yours, and blend us with all people of goodwill, both in this place and beyond, as this community stands as a beacon of hope, of peace, and of justice. For this we pray in your holy and precious name. Amen.
Amen. We'll just remain standing. Would you like to do that as they prepare for their presentation? Jeff, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I will say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag
state
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
honor
Honor
the
the
flag
Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. We forgot to tell you guys there's a flag.
Thank you again.
That was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I normally like to sing along with the national anthem, but I didn't want to ruin that
Thank
beautiful voice.
goodness.
Yeah, you didn't want us singing.
That's right.
Been good.
Well, that brought tears to my eyes. There we go.
Is that past muster cuss there, Carl?
5 stars.
Beautiful.
We need to get them to come out on Veterans Day at our Veterans.
Oh.
I know. It's voices.
Okay, let's go to Tammy, if you would like to read the public comments.
There are none.
Okay, then we are going to lie through this evening, maybe. So let's start with Working for You Trophy Club. We'll start with update from any of the town council members. If you would like to speak, please do so. Yes, sir.
I want to thank Brandon and Dean. They've been going to all the different boards and commissions and seeing something that has not been done, at least not in my term, and actually talk about what their function is and what they're supposed to do and not do and stuff like that. And I think that's fantastic that we help educate everybody, and it also helps participation from the citizens. Thank you.
Someone else? Luann?
I just want to say I had a really good experience last week. We attended the MUD Board of Directors meeting, and we had a great group of local citizens that have been researching the possibility of a community center use for that annex building that's been sitting there by the MUD for so many years empty since Town Hall was built. And they gave a great presentation. The directors listened, and I don't know if all of us knew this, but we're under the municipal code as a town. They're under the water code, and they have parks and recreation capabilities too. So they could allow that use. So I just want to say kudos to the people that gave the presentation. I want to say thank you to Councilmember Flynn and to Mayor Pro Tem Sheridan, who also came in, and also our town manager. So it's a way to work cooperatively with another governmental agency here in town, and it's so refreshing. So it was a good meeting.
Yes, thank you. Other one? Steve?
So I want to give a shout out to Chief Arata and the police department. A couple weeks back, they put on a presentation, they arranged a presentation from an outside group, and it was all about identity theft. And it was held over at the local church. And there was probably, I don't know, 30 people there. But this group was terrific. I mean, it was an hour or so, but they talked about all the things we kind of neglect and don't think about when it comes to identity theft. This was the first of several meetings. I think there's going to be more coming up in Church of Latter-day Saints, I believe, April and May. So I encourage you, if you had the time, spend the hour. It is well worth it. Thank you, Chief.
Yeah, it was excellent. I've had good feedback on that. Yes, Carl.
I'd like to give a shout out to local business, and hopefully I can get through saying this. Over the last 6 weeks, we lost a pit bull that was almost 16 years old, Staffordshire Terrier. And then, and that was planned. She had long illness, and Trophy Club Animal Hospital, absolutely amazing people over there. And then a week ago, this afternoon, our 11-year-old Chihuahua totally unexpectedly had a series of seizures, and within an hour and a half, she was gone, or he was gone, excuse me. And the folks at Trophy Club Animal Hospital were just phenomenal. They are first rate. They are caring. We got, today in the mail, we got a card from them, and we got one a month ago after our other dog passed away, signed by all the staff at Trophy Club Animal Hospital with paw print of our dog in the middle of it. I mean, that's just, I've never experienced that anywhere else, and I've had a lot of dogs in my life. So they really, really are good. And if anybody comes by my house and hears yipping, 2 days
You have a
before
new-
our 11-year-old passed away, we picked up a puppy that is half Chihuahua, half German Shepherd. And I can go into details later. We're not going to do that now. But so, yeah, the legacy continues. Anyway, Trophy Club Animal Hospital, I really am grateful for them.
Carl, I second that. We have had the unfortunate, I wouldn't call it a pleasure, but having twice to do what you went through, very painful as anybody who's ever had to put a pet down. But these people are the best. They are so good. So, and the follow-up, to your point, the signed card, it's just, it's good to know that that they're out there.
Other comments? I cannot not say vote, vote, vote. You can continue to vote for the primary election through Tuesday, 7 p.m. all weekend. There's no excuse not to vote. And there are many people out there running for election. And I just have to say, the more I'm in this world of campaigning, focusing, candidates, and those of us up here, we give a lot of time to do what others don't want to do. And we are not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for the town or the country or the state or the county. And that's what you have out there. You have a number of people running for offices in the county, the state, and the United States of America. You're getting ready to select a very important position for our district, the congressman replacing Michael Burgess. I think it's very important. Voting is our duty. It is. We have men and women have gone to fight to protect it, and now it's our duty to use it and vote. So if you have neighbors who haven't voted, get them to vote. Take them. Besides, it's a great sunny day. It's a fun place to spend some time at the voting polls. That's my message, and I really encourage you to vote. Anything else? We're done? Okay, Mr. Town Manager, Brandon.
All right, good evening, Mayor, Town Council. Few items for you this evening on our update. First of all, we do have Movie in the Park coming up at Harmony Park. That's going to be on March 8th at 7 p.m. And that's March 8th is a Friday. For that, we'll be celebrating International Women's Day with the movie Barbie. So come on down. It says wear pink in there. I don't have a lot of pink in my
Don't you have a pink
in my
tie?
exactly
I
in my
will get you a
closet.
pink tie.
I'll have to look for some on that, but please wear pink and don't forget to bring your snacks, drinks,
Our department has pink
lawn
t-shirts.
chairs.
There you go, pink T-shirts.
Exactly, pink t-shirts. Yep.
That would be fun.
So that'll be a lot of fun that evening. Come and support our Parks Department for that. Also, a couple of meetings that we have coming up over the next few weeks. We have on February 27th, our Economic Development Corporation has a meeting that's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Here in Council Chambers. We also have our planning and zoning. We'll be having a March meeting of our planning and zoning commission. That will be on March 7th at 7 p.m. And then we also have our next Parks and Recreation Board meeting. That'll be March 18th at 7 p.m. As a reminder, we will not have our first meeting of the month council meeting in March. So the March 11th meeting will not occur. Our next town council meeting will be on March at 15 days there, or 14. It's going to be March 25th. There we go. March 25th will be the next one. And last but not least, we're very excited to share with you that the 2023 annual report for the Trophy Club Fire Department is now available online. We also have it, we've shared a little bit. Oh, wow, look at that. We have copies here in Town Hall for that, but I'm going to bring forward our fire chief, Jason Wise, who is part of the mastermind that helped to put that together. I'll have him share the rest of the details to share with you the great information about our fire departments.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of the council. First, I just want to say thank you for giving us the time to speak about our department's annual fire report and recognize some of our folks and their accomplishments. The annual report's created to share our achievements, highlight our successes, and then keep the community informed about what programs and services we offer in the fire department. It's also a creative way to demonstrate our activities and to promote the fantastic work that your first responders do each and every day. Well, this year's report, up here on the screen, that's the front cover over there, and it's a direct reflection of the collaboration between three entities, basically. It's the Town of Trophy Club, Municipal Utilities District, and the Trophy Club's Emergency Volunteer Association. It's only with that support that we can achieve our mission and serve the community with such conviction, so we thank you for that. Deputy Chief Ken Rollinson is your fire marshal, and he is responsible for that report. His talent, his creativity, knowledge, and experience, it's evident when you look through that, and it's certainly a privilege to have him on our team. And so if Ken is watching tonight, I just want to say nice work and thank you. So in closing, I just want to share with everyone that when you look at that slide, you see the cover page, but over to the left, you'll see the town website. And you can go view that annual report in a digital format. It looks like a nice magazine, and you can click the buttons and it flips the pages. The next thing there you see is a QR code. So if there's anybody in the room here that wants to break out their phones and go that way, you can do that. My suggestion is to go to the website. Not only can you view that report in an expanded view, you can read it, you can view all those big, beautiful pages full of color and everything and information. But you can look at the rest of our website as well. Okay? So again, thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoyed the annual report.
It's excellent.
Any questions or comments?
Good job, Chief.
It's beautifully done.
Thank you.
Other comments?
And if anybody in the audience wants to take a look at it, I'm going to put some back here on the back table.
Yeah, because they are not being distributed throughout this country, throughout the town. They're just a limited number. But should you want to see them, we'll have a couple here at the town hall, at the fire station.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And by the way, why don't you just keep that every quarter? You could update it. You got it on the website, just update it. Why not? You like that, Patrick? Okay, thank you very much. We have our quick civ tip.
Promise it'll be quick. There's been a little bit of discussion about political advertising. What does it mean? Why can't you do it? You just heard the mayor say, vote, vote, vote. You can do informational. You can provide information about elections, encourage people to vote. But you also, what you didn't hear was you didn't hear a mayor say, vote for a particular candidate, vote for a particular party. Okay? And the reason for that is because it's unlawful in Texas to use public funds for political advertising. And there's a Texas Ethics Commission that has determined that pretty much any time, and this is me, I'm not reciting the law, I'm going to give you a broad overview. Pretty much any time that public employees, maybe even like using a room and then having a city employee take out the trash could be using public funds for advertising if someone's in there advertising using the room for politics. So it says this, an officer or employee of political subdivision may not knowingly spend or authorize the spending of public funds for political advertising. The reason we bring this up is because you have a public comment section. And so there is a possibility you might have people that will come up here and they will politically advertise. So the warning is this, you may not be able to do it under Texas law. I recognize always there's a First Amendment right, but it says you may not knowingly spend or authorize the spending of public funds. And what it relates to is an officer or employee, okay? So to what extent does the state of Texas take that beyond the language here? You'd have to go and look at the ethics opinions. And this is just to give you an example of what one of the ethics opinions says. It says, we again stress, and this is the Texas Ethics Commission, that the inquiry required by section 255.003A, and that's the section I previously read of the election code, demands a holistic consideration of the facts and does not focus on any single factor. So just remember, it's really, really broad. With that being said, there's one more part to this. And we all know that in 2019, the state legislature adopted section 551.007 of the government code. That's your Open Meetings Act. And it allows people to criticize a governing body. And it says this, a governmental body may not prohibit public criticism of the governmental body, including criticism of any act, omission, policy, procedure, program, or service. None of that is or should be political advertising. This subsection does not apply to public criticism that is otherwise prohibited by law. So with that last sentence there, maybe it would apply to political advertising. So just things to keep in mind. I know it's easy to get passionate during election season. Information is great. Encouragement to vote, wonderful. But we don't here in Texas use public funds to advertise for any particular party or person. Okay?
When you say in Texas, do they do that maybe in other states?
I don't know.
Well, you said Texas. I just want to.
This is Texas law.
It leaves it open.
I hope everyone follows Texas.
There's other states?
Yes. I think, as I remember, I think we got one. Okay, thank you so much, Dean. I really appreciate it. We are moving to consent agenda, please.
The consent agenda, this part of the agenda consists of non-controversial or housekeeping items required by law. Items may be removed from consent by any council member by making such request prior to a motion and vote. 2, consider approval of the February 12th, 2024 Town Council Work Session and regular meeting minutes. Item 3, consider authorizing the town manager to negotiate, execute an interlocal agreement with the City of Southlake, Texas for the use of the Southlake Police Department firing range. Item 4, consider authorizing the town manager to negotiate and execute an agreement with Fort Worth Cleaning Services for janitorial services for Trophy Club, Town Hall, Police Department, Fire Station in an annual amount of $43,200, including 3 one-year renewal options. Item 5, consider authorizing the town manager to negotiate and execute a contract with Intech Displays for the rebuild of the purchase and installation of outdoor LED message boards at the median of the intersection of Trophy Club Drive and Texas 114 Frontage Road in front of First Financial Bank in the not-to-exceed amount of $32,000.
Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Mayor, I move to approve consent agenda items 2 through 5.
I'll second.
So that's, all those in favor, raise your hand. Those opposed? Motion passes. Good job. We will go to the individual items.
Item 6, consider accepting the Trophy Club Police Department's 2023 racial profiling report.
Thank you, Chief.
Mayor, Council, thank you. Tonight I present to you our annual racial profiling report. This report is required by the state. Starting in 2001, the state passed a law that requires all police departments that conduct traffic stops to produce a report on what the race is and any activity associated with that traffic stop. And that's what this report does. So every month we collect our data and we submit it for review. We have our sergeants and lieutenants and the captains look at video and everything to make sure the officers are doing what they're supposed to do and in compliance with the law. So on the slide here is some of the laws that we talk about. And racial profiling is actually a law enforcement initiated activity related to race, ethnicity, or national origin instead of the behavior or information leading to an individual conducting criminal activity. So that's what we train our officers to do. And what these policies and educational and codes of law state is exactly the amount of training that we're supposed to provide our officers when they're first initiated as police officers and then continue training throughout their careers to make sure that they know what the law is and they're upholding the law. So this report, not only do we collect the information, we analyze it, and we provide it to the state every year, we go above and beyond and we go outside and have an independent auditor review this information and complete this report for us. So this report is not only on our website, it's also on the state's website. So, but what we contracted with Dr. Del Carmen for was to help us work through this to make sure that we're doing it right and we're not missing something in the report. So there's a ton of information here, as you could see when you read the report, but there's so many things involved in today's environment with the word racial profiling. So we did have one complaint this year. Somebody was stopped. They didn't appreciate being stopped. They were given a ticket and they decided to file a complaint. The complaint was fully investigated and the videos were watched, the officers were talked to, the complainant was talked to, and it was found unfounded. That what he said didn't happen. And we took that report also and all the information associated with it and submitted it to our outside auditors also to make sure that it was unfounded. So that's part of this package also. So what we've continued to do is work to make sure that everything that we do in this town, our police officers are the best they can be. They're trained to the best of their ability, but they maintain the highest standards. So it's part of our accreditation program also, but, and that's what you see within this report. So, but let's talk about a minute about some of our stats. So this year, I think this is the most stops the Trophy Club Police Department's ever conducted. As you can see, 5,312 stops were conducted. So out of that, only 2,100 people received citations. So it's a 60% warning were issued. So, and you can see the breakdown on the racial profiling part here on who we stopped and what they were. So the majority of them are white, over 1,200 people. Any questions so far?
Before you go forward, would you talk about the little discussion we had regarding the percentage of residents
Right.
in that number? Are you
So
going to?
our system doesn't necessarily track it outright, and it's not a statistic that we put in this report, but I was able to go back and look into the system. And we stopped 25% of these stops were residents. It doesn't tell us if they got a citation or a warning, but it does say that their address is Trophy Club. So 25%. So just so we know. And we have numbers on how many cars come through town. I know you've looked at that with the traffic study and stuff. So, but that is a lot. The officers are making a lot of contacts. And the majority of what this report says is they're not paying attention to who they are or what they look like. So that's the basis of this report, that your officers are out there every day doing a great job of enforcing the law with the idea of compliance. So great question, Mayor. Thank you. And this breaks it down a little further on some of the information that's provided. And all these charts and a whole bunch more inside the report. But as you can see, the majority of our traffic stops are with white individuals, 69%. I don't want to read the whole report.
You don't.
It's not that easy to do, but any questions off of that report? So, And this is a snapshot, a piece of the information from the conclusion of the report by Dr. Del Carmen. Del Carmen is a professional in the field of racial profiling. He's recognized by the United States Department of Justice, and he's used throughout the country to evaluate police departments and other people on this type of information. So he does a really good job of making sure that we're fully compliant. But as you can see, he's given us a very good remark on how well the department has done and continues to do. And as we strive to continue to train our young officers to do the best they can, this report will continue to stay very positive for the towns.
Chief, you went one slide back, and I know we weren't going to talk about it, but I spent some time looking at this, and what was encouraging is the percentages of not only, who was what percentage by ethnicity stopped, but then given a verbal warning, given a citation, very consistent across the
Yes.
board, which is what you're looking for.
Yes, thank you.
I have a question.
Ma'am.
If someone wanted to go and look for previous reports, are those online?
Yes. Yeah, and we'll make sure we add this one as fast as we can.
Okay, cool.
And you indicated that you've seen a decline. I mean, we were talking about, because I asked you to compare it to the past
Yeah,
and what you're seeing.
actually, this is the most traffic stops we've ever done in a single year.
Okay.
And the results are still the same, that we haven't changed our behaviors. The officers are stopping people for violations, and that's what you see here. There's no outstanding alarms for us at all. That's what this report shows.
Okay. Other questions?
Chief, just a comment. I've done the ride-alongs, as most of us have, and they're fascinating, and they are so polite. When we went through the Police and Fire Academy, we did a mock traffic stop, and that wasn't fun. Because
Right.
I think that the officer that was playing the driver just turned it all loose. But that was tough. But it surprises me that 3/4, and I had asked Brandon this the other day when we were talking about this report, 3/4 of the stop you do are from non-residents.
Yes, ma'am.
That is surprising.
That is surprising. I would have thought 50%. Is this cut-through traffic? Is this deep within the,
No, I mean, if you looked at it, the majority of our stops are done on Trophy Club Drive, Bobcat, Indian Creek, our major thoroughfares.
Where they're
So, and that would be
with the
consistent
high-speed areas.
with cut-through traffic. Yes.
Yeah, and so it also may say that the residents know to go 30.
That's right. And a lot of these are conducted in the school zones.
Yeah,
yes.
So a lot of the traffic
they're coming
stops.
through that.
So, and you'll see some of that data in the report as it goes into more detail.
Keep that up.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Other comments?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Chief.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it, and thank you to all of your men and women.
Thank you.
We love them. Thank you. Hey, oh, do I need a motion for that?
Yeah.
Yes.
To accept.
I'll make a
Yeah.
motion to approve item number 6 and accept the Trophy Club Police Department 2023 racial profiling report.
Is there a and Carl seconds that. Any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand. Those opposed, please raise your hand. It passes. Hey,
It's a record.
Motion to adjourn.
somebody want to make a
Second.
motion? There you go.
Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
7:33. Y'all go home.